This video is going to go through the 4 most important properties of water that we deal with a lot in human A&P. Before we get into the properties, let's emphasize water is the medium of life. It's a very polar molecule. And all of its important properties are linked to the fact that it's very sticky with itself and can hydrogen bond easily. First property, water acts as what we call a universal solvent. Universal solvent in quotes because not everything dissolves in water, but hydrophilic and ionic substances do, with hydrophobic substances not dissolving as well. And the thing is, in biology, the majority of substances we deal with are hydrophilic or ionic, so the vast majority of things dissolve in water. This is the one property I'm really not going to do a lot more with because it's been dealt with other places. So if you're not really clear on how substances dissolve in water, go back to the chemical bonding video number 4 on hydrogen bonding and look at water chemistry video 2 coming up, because between the 2 of those videos, they're going to make a really good case for what it means to act as a solvent and how hydrogen bonding leads to solubility of a substance. Property 2, water has a high heat of vaporization. It takes a lot of energy to get water to evaporate, to go from liquid to gas, and when it does, it carries that energy in the form of heat with it. The hydrogen bonds make water very sticky, so it's hard to get it to evaporate, and when we do, there's a lot of energy that's released and converted to heat when that happens. Property 3, water has a high specific heat. What this means is a lot of energy is required to change water's temperature, either to heat it or cool it. Again, when water cools, the hydrogen bonds sort of hold water together, making it harder to slow it down. In the case of heating it up, those hydrogen bonds hold it together and make it hard to speed it up. So the fact that it hydrogen bonds very easily makes it hard to change its temperature. And finally, water is cohesive. Water molecules tend to stick to other water molecules. They form surface tensions at air-water interfaces. And this is just a direct outgrowth of hydrogen bonding. And so you may be asking yourself, so what? I just described 4 properties. What does it have to do with the human body? Well, let's consider how they're interpreted. Here are the 4 properties that you should know. The fact that it's a universal solvent means that water can serve as the medium of life. If most things couldn't dissolve in water, it couldn't be the medium in which life exists. The high heat of vaporization means water can be used for evaporative cooling. Many organisms sweat, many mammals sweat, putting water on their surface to evaporate it, to cool them off. Many organisms, many animals will deliberately get their bodies wet when it's hot out, and the evaporation of the water on the surface of the body, whether it's sweat or just water from a pond, either way, it cools the body. So water can be used in controlling body temperature. It's also a natural temperature buffer. If it takes a lot of heat to either heat up or cool down water, that means it takes a lot of heat to either heat up or cool down the human body, since we're mostly made of water. And that creates this natural buffer that makes it hard to change our temperature quickly, and it buys us time to control homeostatically body temperature. And finally, the cohesion means water forms surfaces and boundaries, whether we're talking cell membranes or waterproof barriers on the surface, or the role of water surface tensions in the respiratory system. The cohesion of water, the tendency of water to form surfaces and boundaries is very important in biology.